What's going on, football fans? Looking for my Stoop crew. It's Mark. I'm filling in for Lolo. I'm going solo tonight. He's on a religious work retreat or work release or God knows what. I wish he was here, but he's not. So I got my partner in crime over here, Sancho, the world's only masturbating robotic timepiece, as people were saying last week that he was wanking off in the corner. That's what he's doing over there. All the same, I want to thank everyone that's already been joining us early on. Mr. Tom came on at 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if that's his time or my time to say hello. Brummer's Ghost came in at a few hours ago to say evening. Ben Ireland, he says evening, Tom and Jimmy, but Mr. Tom's here with me. Let's bring in Mr. Tom. I'm sorry, no. We got Ben Ireland. That's who we have. I'm all confused. Let's bring Ben Ireland in. What's going on, Ben? You know, I was
What's up,
just,
Mark? How are you?
I don't know if Mr. Tom was sending out like
Would you take it?
or something like
Have
that.
you got Mr. Tom in your dungeon?
I got
Would you
Mr.
take a
Tom
hit
in
of
my
heroin?
dungeon.
You took
You
a hit
know?
of heroin between by the time you went live to now or something?
I know. I tell you, I'm getting red here. Saul is with us. What's going on, Saul? All the way from Australia. We've got who else do we got here? I thought I saw Anders. There he is. He said Anders says he's been here for 7 hours. That's a long time to be waiting for us. Saul, thank you very much. I appreciate you calling me a great, big, bloody, beautiful bastard. I am all of that and so much more. I'm not necessarily sure in the B category. Ben, how you been since I last saw you?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. To be honest, can't complain. How have you been?
Yeah. I've been well. I've been, we've been doing the show all week. It's been absolutely beautiful here in Brooklyn. Sun is out, but it's been like 75 degrees. So lots of really great strolls and enjoying the water is just a few blocks away from us. So we really like that. Bremer's Ghost is asking if I'm taking Ritalin. I have never taken anything like that in my entire life. But I do enjoy a good frosty beer. So in respect to Lolo and what he likes to do, it's Friday, it's happy hour. We're gonna crack that first beer of the day. It's not a crack top today. There he is. There he is. Where's Lolo? He's on Flushing's Avenue, or maybe somewhere upstate, or maybe he's just in the dungeon, his own dungeon, doing his own thing. So all right, so we got a pretty cool week and coming up of some Premier League. I don't know. Did you watch any of the Carabao Cup?
I watched Leeds.
Yeah, that went to penalty kicks.
Yeah, I was impressed with the young lads. Not the overall performance.
I wasn't able to watch. So, but I know that
played
you
well.
guys had a much more successful run than the Wolves did. The Wolves they had the Spurs and kind of shit the bed for a little bit, brought it back around, and then shit the bed a little bit more.
Did it finish 3-2? Was it 3-2? Yeah.
2-2 finish, which wasn't too bad. But you guys
you started scoring goals.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. It's I got no answers for it. I got no answers for it.
I'm a bit worried about Wolves myself, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think they'll come around. I think there's 3 teams worse than the Wolves. Just like I think there are 3 teams worse than Leeds, who right now they're snake bit.
We're struggling
you guys are pretty nicked up. Tell me who's out. I've read somewhere that there may be 7 starters.
Right, I believe Cox's out, Bamford's out. Let me think. Ayling's out.
Strike is out on penalty or suspension.
There's a question over Rafinha,
right.
Harrison. So basically, it's going to be a mix and match team.
Yeah. So out of all of those that you just named, who's the one player? Who's the one player that like, oh man, you know, if we had him
Bamford.
back from injury, if he wasn't injured, we might be okay.
For me, Bamford, because other than people say he's not prolific, he does a different job. He starts a defence from the attack. When Rodrigo's in there, or whether you want Ty Roberts, Rodrigo, they don't do the same hold-up play. They don't make the same runs and pull the defenders apart the same. And you can tell it when it has an effect further down the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the link-up's not the same. I mean, Rodrigo's, as a striker for me, he's got skills, he's got technique, but he's a total different striker to Bamford. I still don't understand why we bought him. I'm not sure yet to why we bought him.
I've heard
he doesn't fit the mold.
Yeah, a number of Leeds fans, specifically James. James has said that the Rodrigo experiment is done and that he needs to be put on the bench. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't think the Rodrigo Bamford experiment has been given a lot of time, considering Rodrigo was hurt last season, right? Or for most of it.
Yeah, he came good the last 5 games.
Right.
He started scoring goals. But yeah, he was injured for I think for 2 or 3 spells last season. Same with Llorente.
Right. Yeah, man. The incredible man made of glass. You know?
Yeah.
He's so. I think he's the biggest part of your defense, and I'm sure a lot of people would be like, "Of course, Mark, he is." Yeah. But I really felt, you guys didn't have him quite at the start of the season. He played a couple of games, and now you don't have him again. I think that's going to be a massive loss for your squad.
I mean, I don't think we've had the full team.
Yeah, just like last year.
Maybe once we've had the full team.
Yeah,
with the three signings from last season on the pitch at the same time. Never mind the 5 with the 2 this season. But we're going to see about the fringe players tomorrow. I mean, Bielsa likes a small squad, so there's opportunity. There's opportunity for the youth.
So with the fringe players, you're talking like Shackelford and maybe
Shackleton,
Tyler Roberts.
Yeah. Tyler Roberts.
Who was the kid that came on last week? Somerville,
yeah.
Somerville. I mean, I don't know much, but he looked. I'd be happy with him if he performed like that on my team.
He looks great in the under-23s. I mean, he can take players on. He twists players inside out in the under-23s, but the under-23s FP2 is not Premier League 1.
Right.
So I think he's going to get given his chances. He's not done anything to say no so far. I mean, he played against Fulham. He obviously came on last week. So he's not done anything bad, so to speak.
Nice. I just want to take a moment to take off my cap and a well wish to Bielsa,
to Ben
Arizona Leeds. Fish died today. I don't know where fish go when they pass, but to on to that rainbow bridge.
They usually go in the toilet.
I know, that's where my fish went. But very sorry to hear about the fish. I hope that is not being an omen to Leeds on. They play Saturday or Sunday. Leeds and West Ham.
Saturday, I think. Is it
Saturday?
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
No. 3 o'clock. The first games, the early ones, Man City, Chelsea, and then it's 3 o'clock.
Right.
And then
I
don't think we're on Sky.
Man City, Chelsea, and so forth. So, Mr. Tom, if we can go back to his comment, he says Rodrigo hasn't been given much of a chance. Quite frankly, Leeds fans have always been quick to jump on people's backs. I think that's like indicative of any squad. I mean, you
I'm
know,
not jumping
Connor
on his
Cody
back.
for Wolves against Spurs in the Carabao Cup, he was getting a lot of stick, but he's good, you know. And the same I would think to say about Rodrigo. I do agree with you, Mr. Tom, that I don't think he's been given much of a chance, as I had said, you know, because of injury, and Bamford and him have only been playing for a very short time. Ben, what's your thoughts on that? What do you think?
It's not.
Do you think
I agree with
Rodrigo?
Tom. I agree with
Yeah.
Tom. He's not been given a chance. I mean, I ain't jumping on his back. It's just from what we have seen of him.
Mm.
To me, he must have been bought as a different option to Bamford.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's going to get a chance tomorrow because I do believe Roberts and both Rodrigo will play. Obviously, one will play in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then one will play up front. Whether they switch it or whatever later on in the game, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Roberts will start in midfield, and I think that Rodrigo will start up front. So he's got a chance tomorrow to get off the mark, so to speak.
Right.
But he missed some sitters midweek for me, some easy chances.
Yeah. So we have Bamford out. You're looking at Rodrigo to go in Bamford's spot. You're
Yeah,
looking at Tyler Roberts to go in Rodrigo's spot, right?
yeah.
What happens down the line? So this is Bielsa's lineup, and it works because right now there's two things that aren't working, and that's Leeds' offense compared to last year. I think right now you guys have scored like 5 goals, and last year you guys had scored like 12 at this point. So the Leeds offense isn't clicking in comparison to last year, and that's what I'm basing on because that's all I know of
Right.
Leeds.
Well, you've got to look at the bigger picture. It's not just the offense; it's the full team.
Sure.
They're not doing the basics well enough.
Right.
The passes, the press. It's not being done to the standards of last year, and that's what Bielsa's saying to everybody: is the football system will stay the same. We've just got to do what we're doing better. So you'll notice it's not just, it's a machine, and it needs all cogs to work in unison for it to be at its best, basically. And if one cog isn't working, the rest of the cogs won't work either.
So if that's the big picture, where I don't see Leeds being, you know, is scoring as readily as they did last season at this point, and where we are, like I said, you know, it's 5 goals this season, 12 goals last season. So that's the bigger picture. But if we want to hone in and look at it a little more specifically, and I'm not necessarily pointing fingers, but Patrick Bamford, at this point, this season, he has 1 goal, right?
Yeah.
Last season, at this point, he had 6. And I know there's a lot of different factors that lie in there, but that's a part of to me, that's a part of Leeds that isn't working. So my wonder is if we have Rodrigo playing in that striker spot and things start clicking, what does that mean for both Rodrigo and Bamford when Bamford gets healthy again?
I like to think that Bielsa would invite the competition, to be honest. And I think if, let's say, Bamford's out for 3 games and Rodrigo goes on a scoring streak, say he gets 5 goals, I think he'd keep his place. And then obviously it's Bamford's to win back from then on, or Rodrigo's to lose, so to speak. I mean, I can't speak for Bielsa, but that's what I'd like to think.
So if that's the case, and Rodrigo becomes a striker, do we start Bamford in Rodrigo's spot? So Bamford is behind Rodrigo, or does that not work?
No, I think Bamford's the one player that he's not asked to be versatile. That's his position. That's where you play, basically. I think the job he does there links with the midfield, but I can't see him as a number 8 or a number 10.
Right.
Just a 9 for me.
Sure. So Bamford has to earn his way back into that starting spot, or Rodrigo, it becomes his to lose.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Ben, Tom, Saul think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm kind of curious I mean, Soren here, or rather, Saul says Tyler's got it all except for the final decision. Unfortunately, that's crucial for a forward. I do think, and I think that if you watch the show last year, I was very high on Tyler Roberts. I was very impressed with what little I saw of him, and I wanted him to score so terribly, and he did every time he was offsides. He would score. And, I think he did end up getting one goal last year. I'm not really sure against who, but
I think it got chalked offside. I'm not sure.
he got chalked offside like 4 or 5 times. I mean, it was pretty amazing.
You see, for me, at this level, I'm not saying Roberts for effort and for enthusiasm. His first touch seems to be good. It's just the final. There's no final product with him. It seems to. It's typical of what you see in the Leeds this season. He gets to the final third and then it just goes meh. Roberts is a bit like that for me. I mean, he's got a great touch. He's got great ability. He's got great feet. But it's just that final outcome just never seems to work for him.
All right. Soren here says that Banter will get that spot once fit regardless. Soren, are you sure? Are you sure? Because if Rodrigo rips it up and you guys start winning games and winning games handily, Bamford just automatically gets it? Because that doesn't make sense to me. It seems to me that if I'm manager, that I'm going with the hot hand, and in 5 games in, Bamford has not been the hot hand.
But then Bielsa's very loyal.
Yeah.
He's an enigma. I mean,
yeah.
The guy's
I don't know much about the man other than what I saw last season, and I was very, very impressed. You guys scored 7 goals in the first two games of the season, and I know that's a bit of an anomaly. At that point, last year I think scores were up across the board, but I mean, for a new team to come in, play Liverpool, and who who was after that last season?
We had Villa early on. We beat them 3-0.
So if it was, you guys
that's where he got his hat trick. Yeah,
you guys had no. So that would have been like game 5 is when Bamford had his hat trick.
Yeah,
but he scored in almost every match.
The thing is that I watched another show called Benjamin Bloom. He's quite a good show. He basically breaks it down to points per game average.
He watched another show?
Yeah, the quicker you hit 1.5 points and above per game average, and if you stay above that 1.5 points, you'll stay up. We hit that after 3 games last season, and we hadn't hit it yet. So basically, that's how we broke it down. It made sense to me, and throughout the season, we stayed above 1.5 points per game average. And the difference was last season, whenever we got thumped, we came back with wins.
Yeah.
We're missing a bit of X factor for me at the minute. It'll come. It will come.
So who then was the X factor last season? You guys were doing. I'm sorry, the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team. I mean, you just got to look at. There's a few Phillips and Melier exempt from this. Players haven't hit the standards of last season. Luke Ayling's not hit the standards. Dallas hasn't hit the standards. Click's been in and out. Llorente's not fit. It's not. There's so many factors to why we haven't gelled yet. But persistence, it'll come. So it's not any one thing. It's just an accumulation of a few little tweaks to the game, and then we'll be back up firing. I think a bit of confidence as well. I think once we get our first win, we'll step on from there. But it's going to be very hard to come by on Saturday, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I also agree here with Soren saying I think last year the team was more hungry or at least focused. I think while I wouldn't use those words exactly, as much as I'd say that they were adamant to prove that Leeds belongs in the top tier. and they were like, "You are not going to see. You've never seen anything like us. We're going to come at you, and we're going to come at you all day long." I remember there was one match. It may have been the one that Bamford got his hat trick in, to where it was like in the 92nd minute, and they were just like, it was a 3-on-2 break, and like they just wanted to get as many goals possible against whatever team they were playing. It was quite impressive just to show that desire for attack and that desire for another score. And I don't know if I'm seeing that now. Granted, I think that the amount of quality that they've played so far has been a little bit better. I think the league is a little bit better this year. I think it's, there was a lot of signings that came in from Europe. I don't know.
You see, last year was a unique season. It was a freak season as well. Obviously, with no fans, it's a total different ball game to. I think Leeds United. I think Ellen Road's a hard crowd to play in front of, and I think some players take a little bit longer to adjust to it than others. Obviously, the majority of them have played in front of full Ellen Road, but it's a bit different in the Premier League, I think.
Right, right, yeah. I mean, I've definitely noticed. I think as someone that was new to watching Premier League football, and to have a season, a complete, or as complete of a season as possible, without fans in the stadium, allowed me to hear what went on the pitch. And so that was kind of unique for me as a home viewer to see that. But having no idea what home advantage really meant, and now just hearing just the level of vitriol, so to speak, of the fan base, when they're in the seats and screaming for their favorite team on all levels. But there were times, I think last week, or not, I'm not sure what week it was, but it was a game at Ellen Road, and the crowd was out chanting the announcers. You could hear there was some point where the sound guy was like, you could hear him on the fader, because he was cutting out one mic to bring in another, and their voices kind of suddenly, like mid-sentence, conquered the crowd. But to me, that was really cool. But I've yet to see outside of the top, the real top four, last year's top four, smaller clubs that actually really bring it outside of Leeds fans. I mean, the Wolves fans, they're not. It's supposed to be the loudest stadium in the Premier League, but I don't see
Palace is a noisy place. They're a good set of fans. I mean, Leeds Friday, they were singing at Fulham, "Is this a library?" You just can't hear the home fans for Leeds away.
And isn't that what they used to call? They used to call Arsenal's old stadium that, didn't they?
Yeah, the
Highbury Library. I don't know, man. So
yeah, man.
So we
but
obviously
the fans is obviously another factor. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, how do you rate Leeds fans how do you rate Ellen Road Stadium as far as like loudest or most memorable? I'm sure most memorable because you're a Leeds fan. Has there been other stadiums that you've been into or played at or been to other, and where this crowd has just been like, holy crap?
Just Palace. That's the noisiest that I've experienced, really. I mean, I went to Old Trafford and Anfield before I ever went to Ellen Road, and they did fuck all for me, if you get me. I walked into Ellen Road, and the atmosphere, that's why they say Leeds pick you. I went with my dad. Obviously, my dad was a Leeds fan, so it's inevitable. But
sure,
I had the chance to choose for myself, really. I walked into Ellen Road, and the atmosphere and the feeling, it was just totally different. Palace. I don't really rate many fans at home. Liverpool, I'd say on a European night. That's a rocking atmosphere.
Well, I tell you, here in the States, and specifically here in New York and Brooklyn, or Manhattan and Brooklyn, it's you don't really hear much from any of the club fans except for Liverpool. You will see people like when Liverpool wins in my neighborhood. There's a couple of old boys, and they're in their kits, and they are just pissed as pissed could be, walking down the street singing and then engaging everyone that they meet, and they're like, Liverpool won, what do you think of that? And they just like engage them, and then they're their best friends until they fall over and drift off to the next bar. They're really funny folks, but they hang out at a spot in like the financial district. Don't remember the name of the pub that is like the official Liverpool bar or what have you. I mean, such a densely populated city that you can go in any direction and run into somebody's. I think there's only one Wolves pub, but I think there's like 17 Arsenal pubs. Leeds obviously is the football factory, and that's a lot of fun. We've actually done a couple of shows from there, and we might do a nice one in the future at the football club. Yeah, because it's our football factory. I'm sorry.
Should do the Carabao Cup game, Arsenal Leeds there.
I think we're going to do something with that. That is a very fortuitous drawing. This is what it's fourth round or third round?
Fourth, I think. Is it?
So this is the round before the quarterfinals.
The last 16, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious about it. That should be it's in like late October, right?
Yeah. End of October. It's
live
on,
at that point.
It's live on Sky Sports. So
a couple of people say I'm crazy, but that's definitely opportunity for Leeds to get healthy and have options, because look, they're Arsenal's playing well right now. They played a couple of scrubs, 1-0 decisions. I don't know what they did they played AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're getting better, aren't they, Arsenal?
Of course they're getting better, but I don't think that they have yet played anybody that is one that is like the quality that could be of Leeds. But that's going to be a fun one. It's so far off I can't even garner a prediction of the score. But Ben, what do you think? What do you think your chances are against Arsenal in the Carabao?
Well, I think Bielsa's took a different approach to the Cups this year. He seems to fielding stronger teams, taking them a bit more serious. So it depends what side Arsenal put out, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, do they see it as silverware? Or do they see it as maybe one of the only silverware? They're going to go for it? I don't know. It's 50-50 at minute. So
right. And Carabao is just that. It's just silverware, or is there like a end piece to it? Is there like you get a spot in Europe, or?
I think,
because I don't know.
Do you get a spot in Europe? I don't know. The thing about it is you get allocated so many spots, the FA do, and then it's up to them how many they give Champions League to, how many spots they give. That's how it works. And if they wanted to, the FA, I'm sure they can. If you win the FA Cup, they could allocate Champions League to that. It's at their disposal. I'm not 100% if you still get into Europe, to be honest.
Sure.
It's been that long since we've been.
Bandy here is wondering what happened to Lolo as he was late. Lolo is on his work release program. He is quite possibly, we're not sure, but he could be cleaning up garbage roadside at some exit in upstate New York, or he could be in his own dungeon with his own well,
Punishment for
we'll
reckless
just leave it
driving.
at that. Hey, there's Lolo. Yesterday he was on his. Last week he was on his bike. This week we have no idea. We have an idea. He's working. He's working it. But all right. So where are we with this? We covered Leeds. Do we have what do we think the showdown between the two best midfielders in the Premier League? We got Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, definitely.
Is this going to be is there going to be a match there? Is there going to be a challenge between those two? We're going to see something, or they play opposite?
It depends on whether Phillips is having to do the job of the other two or not. That's where we've been weak for me in midfield this season. And Phillips has been outstanding, don't get me wrong, but what you're asking him to do is everything.
Yeah.
For me, let's take England, Rice and Phillips together.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play him the other way around. I'd have Phillips as the deep lying midfielder. I find Declan Rice is better at running with the ball. He's like a train.
But Calvin is a better passer.
Yes, so you drop Calvin deep, you can spray the ball left, right, like he does for Leeds.
Yeah.
Whereas, but don't get me wrong, it seems to work as well either way. But for me, I'd swap them round. It's like when Rice kept coming off for England, Phillips had dropped deep. Then you get Henderson in that position. You sort of seen Phillips's passing range a bit more from that moment onwards, you see. So, but biased, obviously, if he was to ask me to pick one of the two, I'd take Phillips all day. I think he's the best midfielder in the league at the minute.
I agree. I would definitely take I would take Phillips over Rice. I think maybe that might be because I've seen more Leeds matches than I've seen West Ham matches. I'm certainly impressed by Declan Rice, but to me, Declan Rice is not the most important player on that team, on that pitch. So, I'm not necessarily watching a lot of Declan Rice. I do watch Calvin Phillips because I believe he is outside of Melier. And I can't even, if you told me, put a gun in my head and told me who's the better Leeds player, Melier or Phillips, I would die. You would shoot me in the head because I couldn't choose.
Phillips all day long.
But I've definitely seen enough of Phillips to know that I think he is definitely a better midfielder. But I tell you, if you put me in the Wolves room and said we're going to buy either one of these, both teams have agreed, I'm not sure who I would pick. Because they offer a kind of a little bit of difference. Bremer's Ghost says clatter Rice every time he gets the ball and need more dirty leads. I definitely think that is certainly a way to play Declan Rice. I think he is much easier, and not that it's easy, but I think if you had a choice between who you could push off the ball easier, I think it would be Declan Rice. I think Phillips would blow right past you. I think he's a little more slinky, if it were. I wonder. Bremer's Ghost asks, I wonder if Mark has seen Yeboah. I don't even. How is that pronounced? Yeboah's goals. I don't even know what a Yeboah is. I mean, like I said, the Dominicans down the street, when they poke their head out the window driving by and they go, "Yeah, boy." I have no idea.
He's a Leeds player from the 90s. He scored 2 or 3 worldy goals.
Yeah.
One of them was voted the Premier League's greatest goal at one point against Liverpool, even though he scored a better one for me against Wimbledon. So,
okay.
But yeah, he was a Ghanaian footballer that played for Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a feathery scarf that a diva wears.
Yeah, boa. Oh my goodness. Bandy here says that I do fear the Hammers. However, nobody should come to our house and have a party, so we must win. When you're having a house party, you got to come. Those that are at the house have to be there, and there's just far too many that are not in the house. I just don't know. I don't know with all the injuries. I mean, I've read that 7 of 11 starters are not going to be there, and bringing Phillips back a little bit to help defensively, I think is a good thing. But I don't. I
think
here's what it is. I think you guys have I think the talent is there, the continuity, the chemistry, and all of that. I don't know that it's
I think we'll see. We'll definitely see Charlie Creswell playing.
I definitely think Cresswell. And
I think you'll see Dallas at left back, Shackleton right back.
Yeah, that's what I've read.
Cooper, obviously.
Dan James in Harrison's spot.
Obviously,
Somerville in Rafina's spot. But I just think against a very talented, healthy, together team of West Ham, that I think that if West Ham has to take advantage, this is their points. These are points for Leeds to steal, and if they do, it'll be a great punch in the arm to as far as the team's confidence.
Yeah, I think Leeds are going to be full of energy on Saturday.
I hope so because they're going to need it. They're going to need every ounce they can. Here we are. We're about just past the half-hour mark. I just want to do my due diligence as Lolo would want me to do. If you're watching, smash a like. If you're liking the conversation, you think somebody else wants to join in and listen to me blather on here and make sense of everything that I read and what Ben Ireland is talking with me. Smash a like, subscribe, do all the things, and then we're also doing we have our website up where you can join us in discussion. We chat constantly. I actually posted about my thoughts on today's show, and you can get all look into this really cool merchandise that you're seeing down below. I know Mr. Tom bought a mug. He said it was in top-notch quality, tip top if it were. But yeah, do all the things that we need you to do. Like, subscribe, love us, send us cool pictures.
I can picture Mr. Tom's mug. It's under a leak in his dungeon, and he's catching a drip.
And it will be indestructible. It will be absolutely indestructible. I loved it that I was so like there was a warmingness in my heart because I don't see these products. And he ordered his, and he said it was a very nice quality mug. So it means that when he has to bash someone's head in with it, it might actually hold together.
Yeah, guys, we need to spread the word as well. All your football friends, family, spread the word about this.
Please do. Tell them about these Americans that don't know what they're fucking talking about, but God damn it, they're funny. That's what I want. All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Cheers to y'all. Special thanks to Ben's wife. They have like 7 accounts. They're our biggest supporters.
It's do you get that in America? Fanta. It's made by Coca-Cola.
Fanta, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't speak for the rest of the country, but you definitely get Fanta in New York. And you get really bizarre commercials where it's like, these scantily clad women dancing in front of very bright, flashy marquee. Mo Master is free. Mo Master is free, goddammit. I would have worn my free Mo Master shirts had I known that he was not free. But anyway. Yes, Fanta's here. I can't speak for the rest of the country. The rest of the country, I think, has like what is called Shasta. which is like this
Just
kind of a terrible knockoff California brand.
is that
That is
RC
in
Cola like?
it's in every grocery store. The company is named after the dormant volcano in Northern California, but they have every flavor under the sun that you can imagine. So if if you remember the scene in Harry Potter where it's the everything flavored jelly beans, and you got to be
Yeah.
careful because Dumbledore swore him off because he got a vomit one or something like that. I'm not sure, but Shasta is the real life equivalent to that brand of jelly beans in the Harry Potter series. It's no joke.
See.
If you want watermelon and garlic, I'm sure they have it. And what do we have here?
That's the Irish store. That
Now
someone
you're
posted
making me
the other
hungry
night.
here for some emeralds or some nettos or Tato's. I've had. They're okay. They're okay.
I think Chris
They might go good on a
posted that the other
sandwich.
night.
You know?
Potatoes, proper Irish crisp. I was educated the other night about them. I said they're never Irish.
I didn't realize that there was a proper Irish or a proper English crisp.
Lolo had said when he was walking home and he stopped by Patty's pub and they offered him a bag of potatoes.
Yeah, he said he was in a pub, not a bar. Yeah.
Were they the onion flavored ones? Or do they have like a ketchup flavored one?
His daughter was eating them. And then I think Lolo and was it you, Ben, that you were having a discussion about it?
Yeah, I was having a debate. Yeah, saying they're never Irish, and then I think was it Terry or Chris posted up that they were Irish. That exact picture that you put up there.
Yeah.
The British crisp is Walker's. So.
Okay. So Saul is asking here. What am I doing? There we go. Saul is asking, will Lolo's ankle tag interfere with the Wi-Fi? My guess is yes, and I even smuggled him in my visit to him. I smuggled him a little remote Wi-Fi box or disc or whatever the hell it is for him to plug in and have. He may try and join us as he comes back from wherever he is.
Live from Rikers Island.
live from Rikers or live from the tombs. We have Lolo, and he's just like, and I could cue maybe a video of what that might be like, but I'm not going to do that. So, we're covering Leeds here, but I want to move on to what I want to talk about Man City a little bit here. I want to talk about Man City, and I want to talk about this march of death that they have going on in the next 3 matches. All right, and it's not even in the next 3 weeks, but it's the next 3 matches. It's I think it's I want to say Saturday or Sunday, then Tuesday, and then followed by Premier League again on Saturday. This is the run, and I'm going to call it the I don't want to call it the group of death, but I'm just the march of death. I'm going to call it. And Man City in the next 3 matches gets Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, right? That's their stadium.
Yeah,
I don't really know, but the fact that I have a guess is a bit of advance in my knowledge here. So they're at Chelsea, then they're at PSG, and then they're at Anfield with Liverpool. That's 3 matches in a row on the road against some fearsome squads. How does Pep keep his team focused? I know he's a great manager, but how do you keep your team from not looking ahead or looking behind? And what's going to happen here?
professionalism. They look at it different to me and you. I mean, we'll look down the league, the fixtures, we'll do workouts and stuff. They just focus one game at a time. I think you're going to see a few injuries come Man City's way through this month. Also, they're going to have to use the squad well.
Yeah,
but for me, they don't have a number 9, and I think they're going to struggle with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to doubt Pep. He's gone very far without one. You know, since Aguero's injury and getting rid of him. But you're going into Chelsea, and Chelsea owns City right now. Since Tuchel has come on, Pep has had no chance. Absolutely none. You know, and it's like, how do you keep that team focused with that string and starting off with a team that just owns you?
I think the focus will be there. I mean, they want nothing more than to beat Chelsea. They want revenge for the Champions League. Out of all the, I think, is it 3 or 4 results they've lost to Tuchel?
Yeah. I want it's
but
the last
that's the one,
3.
Yeah,
the last
but that's
3.
The one
so
hurt.
it was 1 Premier League, 1 FA Cup. No.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was FA Cup.
Final, yeah.
And then Champions League.
Yeah. Or was it the Charity Shield? Might have been the Charity Shield.
That might be. Mr. Tom, you got an answer for us? I'm just starting to watch these extracurricular matches. You know, watch a couple in the Carabao Cup. I'm trying to watch Champions League, but I can't fit it in my schedule.
The one that'll hurt is the Champions League, so that'll be the one that's fresh in the minds.
Mm-hmm.
Motivation's there. I just think it's going to be a case of defensive football.
Yeah, I personally think that Pep is more concentrating on Champions League than he is Premier League, at least for now. You know, I mean, PSG is good. You're not going to have your strongest squad. I don't think you're not going to have your strongest squad for Chelsea and then turn around and play weaker against PSG. I think it's the other way around. I think you're gonna play, you know. And now, granted, the second squad for City is better than half the league, you know, and I think he knows that. Yeah, we don't know where you're gonna play. You got punched in the face by Rudiger with Rudiger's face.
He's a class player, though, Mark. He is a class
player. Absolutely. I don't know out there who's watching, but maybe you might have turned on the Wolves and Tottenham Carabao Cup in the second half, around the 70th minute. Ait Niori, who plays a winger for the Wolves, just ran into like this human wardrobe. And just, it was. I've watched boxing matches where fighters have just gotten crumbled and they're quick to get up to their feet, but they're just they're just not the same. It's like 3 a.m. coming home to the pub and you don't quite remember where your Airbnb is. You know, he got absolutely rocked. But much like Kevin De Bruyne did by Rudiger,
Rudiger,
because he hasn't been the same, man. He has not been the same since then. And I wish him, you know, back in, because I absolutely love the guy. I mean, he's one of my favorite Premier League players, only because he can put that ball on a dime. You know, absolutely nowhere. But
if you ask me, I think City get the beating of PSG. I don't think PSG are sound defensively. They've got a great offensive line, but I think City can beat PSG in Paris.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, I think they can beat Chelsea, but I think Chelsea is such a tough beat. I think City has a bigger chance if Kepa's in the net over Mendy. And Kepa's no slouch, you know. But I just don't see, you know. I think that becomes something that that City could exploit. I don't see City beating. I don't see them beating Chelsea. I do see them beating PSG. I think that Pep is going to know that, yeah, the league. I mean, it's theirs to win the league. I don't. I
Yeah,
think right now, I think they
I
think that
agree with
they can
Jason there.
come late and still have a nice strong showing, if not win.
They should be chasing quadruples every year with the money they've spent. For
Yeah,
me,
they're such class. They're such quality. But I mean, but Chelsea has spent the money. United has spent the money. Arsenal has spent the money. And it just shows that just how segmented the league is. The haves and the have-nots, and those that will be there forever, and those that are just kind of hanging on. I think the league is slowly kind of evolved into that's what's going to happen. I mean, I just don't understand how, like, you have all these like massive matchups in Carabao, and Arsenal draws Wimbledon. It just didn't make any sense to me. I mean, you guys had a good draw, but I mean, it's Fulham. Fulham was going to put up a fight, and they did.
That's the beauty of football, Mark. Anyone can beat anyone on the day.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the case in just about any sport. But yeah, it's definitely. I've definitely learned that the league is. Where in football you have, and in American sports, you have small clubs and big clubs, but I think what I'm seeing in Premier League is just that example just magnified even more. When I see, that last year Chelsea spent 400 million on quality, or what you would hope would be quality, and then the next year they turn around, they spend 125 on Lukaku. I mean, it's just like, must be nice.
Must be. It must be nice.
It's like the difference between putting on like fucking a chest full of diamonds and maybe that putting in a couple of studs in your ears.
Coming to America.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind. I just wouldn't mind one Premiership footballer's weekly wage. That'd be it'd do me for a year.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Mr. Tom says, well, the worst team in the NFL is still going to be in the NFL next year. That is very true. And when I learned more about Premier League, I want every major city in America to have an NFL team, and they tear it down, and the worst drops out, the best comes in. Obviously, you can't do that with college because that's really big money, but maybe you could. I'm not really sure, but that would be really cool. Momaster 4 here says, I want to ask Ben, and please be honest, forget the running and athletic aspect. I'm talking playing with the ball, La Liga or Premier League.
Oh, playing with the ball, La Liga. Excitement, Prem.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't speak to that. I've never seen a La Liga game. I have no idea.
It's more technical. It's a lot close passing, close control, technical ability. Where the Premier League's a bit more physical. Obviously, it's faster. It's a lot more running, as he's pointed out correctly there. But which it makes it more end to end in some aspects. But if you was to say, it's more of a top four, I'd say, for La Liga to a top six. When you've got your top six sides playing against each other in England, it tends to be drab. Whereas when you've got your top sides playing against each other in La Liga, it tends to be a bit more better of a watch, in my opinion.
Right.
But
no, go ahead, please. Ben.
No, that was it. Yeah, but
that was
to
it.
answer the question,
It. All right. Well, Mo Master was very satisfied with your answers. He says, thank you. Starting to like Ben. There's a lot to like about Ben. I mean, he is like
I'm just glad he's escaped the dungeon
with our group. I'm just happy that he was here to join me. I think there's one. So we've touched on that. The March of Death for Pep. I think they lose at Chelsea. I think they win at PSG. I think they win at Liverpool. I think that is a very, very respectable outcome. I don't think they sweep. I just don't see anybody beating Chelsea. They're playing so well. I don't know if you watch, but I've watched a few matches, and barring like an injury to Lukaku, I just don't see it. There was something that was brought to my attention in my reading about Premier League recently, and I was reading about the match against West Ham. It was Man United versus West Ham, and I don't know who the ref was, but there was a couple toward the last like 20 minutes where Cristiano Ronaldo felt that he was fouled, and he raised a big stink, and he didn't get the calls, and the ref was quoted in saying that I didn't award the penalty, I didn't award the foul because I didn't feel I didn't want to seem like I was pandering to a superstar. So my question here is, so did the ref feel that it was a foul and didn't want to give it because I'm giving it to Ronaldo, or it wasn't a foul, which was what he called? I'm curious here.
I didn't actually witness it myself, but for me, Ronaldo is petulant. He's very toys out the pram. I mean, I think some referees cater to it. Some have got bigger egos. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, yeah. But I feel a good referee is a referee you don't notice. There's very few of them in the Premier League that you don't notice. Some of them, Michael Oliver, they like to take centre stage. Mm-hmm. And I just feel, I mean, without seeing it, and I like to feel that the rest just not buying Ronaldo's BS, really. So, mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the guy. The guy's a phenomenal footballer, but
yeah, absolutely,
he's very, very tantrum, very, very spoiled.
And so far, what I've seen, that is the case. But I'm really concerned. Concerned's a strong word, but to hear a referee say, I didn't award the penalty because I didn't want to pander to the superstar, makes me wonder, did you think it was a penalty?
Oh, yeah.
Or, and you didn't award it, or it wasn't a penalty. You know,
he should never have come out and said that. It's very rare you actually get a comment from a referee. It's very rare.
Right.
I think there should be more transparency, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But
now from the sounds of that, go on.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Officials aren't allowed to talk to media in
they're not
in Premier League or in any English sport. I mean, you see,
rugby league, they're open mic'd, so rugby league that you can hear it all. You can hear it on the telly, you can hear it at the ground. They're open mic'd, so when they speak to players, when they speak to each other on the VAR, mm-hmm. you can hear everything in rugby league. Rugby union's a bit different, but they call the captains in, and they're the only two allowed to speak to the ref. Mm-hmm. It's more of a gentleman's conduct. They respect the referee. It's just overpaid, spoiled footballers that tend to be in your ref's face. But a referee shouldn't have made that comment. No, it does imply that he saw it as a foul. Mm-hmm. That's what, in my opinion.
That's how I see it. Now knowing that Ronaldo has gone into that, and I don't know if it's something that I've come with. I really doubt it, but I want to call him Wijnaldo. because he was whining a lot during that West Ham game, is if he thinks there's a call against who are they playing? Are they playing Aston Villa? Is that who United is playing? I think it's Aston Villa. It's Aston Villa, and my favorite referee, and if you don't know me, I'm being very facetious because I'm going to give his whole name here. The ref for the Manchester United Aston Villa game is Mike I'm a cunt Dean, who is probably as big, if not bigger, of an egoist as an narcissist as Cristiano Ronaldo. And so, do you think Ollie has just told Cristiano, it's like, don't even bother grousing because this guy is just not going to have it. He thinks he has a bigger cock than you.
Yeah, definitely. Mike Dean is a bigger cock. I know that much.
I mean, serious, dude. I mean, I think Mike Dean would just go to like blow the whistle on Ronaldo, like going, "Where's my foul?" and then go to VAR just so he can have more screen time than Ronaldo. And I think that if I'm Vegas, or any bookie, Mr. Tom, maybe you can throw this bet out there. Who will have the most screen time? Mike I'm a cunt Dean or Cristiano Ronaldo?
I'm going Mike Dean.
You're right there with me, Ben. You're right there with me.
Definitely.
All right. So we've just passed the 1 minute mark. All of you that are sticking with us, despite the fact that Lolo is
the 1 minute mark.
John.
The 1 minute mark?
No, the 1 hour mark.
Oh, you said the 1 minute mark. I was like, wow, that was a long minute.
I got kicked in the head by a horse when I was 4.
I could still see the imprint.
I got kicked in the head by a horse when I was 4. Luckily, I was just enough away where it barely grazed me, but apparently it's still causing me trouble. So we're at the 1 hour mark, and I just want to remind you all, thank you very much for sticking with me. Ben, thank you for joining me. In the absence of Lolo, who is on a religious sabbatical right now. And there he is last week he's entering the sun in his little like spacecraft.
You should have seen the photo he sent earlier. That's
an incredible like 11th year art collage thing going on. But for those of you that have stuck with us on this show, thank you very much. Please go to that like button, smash it, share it with your friends. And if you want to join the conversation, please go to our website on thestoopwithlolo.com. We have a number of discussion categories that you can come in and post and talk about, or you can read about what we're going to talk about like we did today for happy hour. I think that pretty much covers. Mr. Tom, are you still there? Can we get you the link? Because
I was about to say he wanted the link.
Since it's just me, Ben, and Mr. Tom, I think we'll just have a competition between Mr. Tom and Ben for trivia. I was able to get some trivia questions going on in Lolo's absence in his work release program. So if we can get Mr. Tom the link, and we can start trivia.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Maybe we just post the link
in the comments.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Let's see what happens. We can always say no to everyone else.
You want to do that?
I don't know what to do otherwise.
I'm just gonna go grab a drink. We won't.
Yeah, man. Mr. Tom? How do we get a hold of you? How do you normally do this, Mr. Tom? I know you're out there.
I think we put a link in the comments.
I'll just throw this out there. Jason Layla says, well done, guys. Great stream. Totally enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Show us your support by joining us on the Stoop crew, and we'll bring you on the show. We'll post more of your comments. But that would be really awesome. We really appreciate the support. We got to keep it going. StreamYard link Mark. I can do that. I just don't want 45 people joining us and have Mr. Director have to sort through that. So, John, Mr. Director, what do you think?
I'll just post it and then.
All right. I was gonna post it right now. I'm gonna post it there.
You got it, okay? Because I have it too.
Director John will post it as well.
No, we got it. You got it.
All right. So, Mr. Tom, please join us for trivia. And hell, if Bremer's Ghost wanted to join as well, we can do that. I don't care.
Shut that door.
I'm doing this by the seat of my pants, without my cohort, my sensei Lolo. There he is, Mr. Tom. How you doing, sir?
Hi, everyone.
Good.
How did Momaster escape?
That's what I'm going to have a massive inquiry. Massive inquiry. We have to work that out. I thought I double bolted the lock, if I'm being honest.
Right. So we're gonna go. Fair enough, Bremers, because we understand that. I'm gonna go to the little boys' room. Mr. Tom, I want you to address for a few moments what might happen if Rodrigo fills in for Bamford and just crushes it. Does Bamford get his spot back? Is it a battle? Does Bamford have to work his way back in? What happens? So you have the conch. You have the floor, sir.
I'm personally of the belief that the only way Bamford would lose his place in the team is if he shot someone from Bielsa's family. And even then, I'm not that confident.
I tend to agree with you, but I'd like to think Rodrigo would be given a chance if he scored 5 in 3.
Well, put it another way, if we'd signed Cristiano Ronaldo, who would stick Patrick Bamford? Because he's the one Bielsa trusts.
Well, yeah, I get that. I totally get that. But then, why have we bought Rodrigo as an 8?
I think, as we this discussion every week, same line. I believe he was bought on the assumption that Bamford would go on a streak without scoring, and then it would be easier to then go, well, we've got a player for 30 million or whatever it was. Here we go, ground running.
Yeah.
But also then, because if that had happened and we had gone on a massive losing streak with no goals, everyone would have been, why didn't you buy a striker? Why didn't you do like we are now with the midfielder, for example?
Yeah.
It would have been, we're in the Premier League and you expected to hit the Premier League with Patrick Bamford.
How many games do you think he has to go without scoring before he loses his place?
All right,
it's hard to say.
Hello. Because eventually you've got to say, right, yeah, we see what job you do, understand that, but you're there to score goals. I'm not saying Bamford in any way, anybody. I'm just hypothetically speaking. So, but what?
Yeah,
I'd say 10 games. Would you say 10 games, or would you think he'd give him more?
I think the thing with him is you've got to keep in mind. I've totally forgot what I was going to say. That's not professional.
Do you think the rest of us are professional?
We are not professional.
I think the thing with Patrick Bamford is he does a lot of stuff around, like a lot of the team is built around him, around obviously getting him the ball. and then him bringing everyone in a wrap, similar to like other players of that ilk. But the thing you got to keep in mind with him is he's not a player who, and you might say he was this against Burnley, but he's not one shot, one goal.
No,
He has he benefits from us being an attacking unit that is just going to keep going. There's the ball on a plate. There's the ball on a plate. There's the ball on a plate. 1 out of 3, sort of like Andy Cole was in like when he played for Man United in the 90s.
Yes,
right.
But that's a bit of an obscure reference for Mark. But he was
Definitely obscure
basically
reference for me. I have no idea.
Basically, cut a long story short, he was known basically as a player who would need 7 shots for 1 goal. But because he played for Manchester United, he would get 14 shots. So he'd get 2 goals.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately. But but basically, we've been fortunate that Bamford has had the chances. So when people go, oh, he missed the most chances last year, it doesn't matter because he's still got nearly 20 goals. Whereas if he's not getting the chances, it's going to be a bit of a fucking problem.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Well, it's good to have your 2 cents worth in. So, 2 P's or whatever it is that you guys spend. I have no idea. I just throw out plastic. I haven't touched money since COVID hit. Shall we play some trivia?
Yeah, let's play away.
Are we ready? All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if I got it right. There we go.
Before you do that, I saw that Mo Master was trying to get in.
Yeah.
But it was just a blank screen, so I didn't see him.
Yeah, I don't see him now. But
I think,
I mean, if let's put it this way, y'all. If you look good on camera and we can hear you well, come on in. Why not?
Look who's commenting.
Yo, fellas, it's Lolo, kicking ass fellas. Sounds like he's trying to write a poem or sing a song.
Another rap.
You know, he's like
he likes his poems.
Keep kicking, fellas.
Poem.
Keep kicking, fellas. Keep kicking, fellas. All right, let's start some trivia. Let's see what we can do here. Today's categories are the following. We've got Premier League mascot names. That should be interesting. Followed by, of course, got the North London Derby. We know who plays that one. This was interesting to me because I didn't realize the types of pub games that were out there. Mark Isaac, the other white Mark, is here. Fantastic. Long time no see. Good to see that you're on the stream. Thank you very much. But we got a category, English pub games. We're going to follow that with Keeping Up with the Joneses. Tune a Fish. That'll be interesting. And then finally, my favorite new category. Think you know the Stoop? I want to know just how closely you've been watching On the Stoop with Lolo. All right? So here we go. We're gonna give Ben. We're gonna give him the category of Stoop Crew. He's gonna be representing Stoop Crew, and Mr. Tom is gonna be On the Stoop. All right. So
right, what are the rules with the ding ding ding? And
I tell you what, ding ding ding
is gone.
Because we do that. That's something we've done. We've done ding ding ding. Nah. But let's do this. Mr. Tom,
I'm willing to allow the questions to be finished.
Yes, absolutely. We must allow the questions to be finished read. The first person to come in with the ding 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 will be asked the question. If you get it wrong, you're out.
Are we allowing?
So if you answer and you don't have the answer, you are buzzed out, giving your opponent the opportunity to ask, and then we bring in the audience. I can't see the audience. I can't see the quotes. So
can I make a request?
Mr. Director, if you could just bring in who you think might have the right answer, and then I will determine Lolo style who will get those points. All right. Any questions?
Can I make a request on behalf of the crew that you read it slowly so they have time to type?
Absolutely. We'll read it as slowly as possible. All right. All right. So here we go. Ben Ireland, we're going to give you control of the board.
I always like Mark Isaac.
Tuna fish for 400, please.
Tune a fish for 400. Here we go, kicking off trivia. The Wilson sisters of the band Heart wrote about the sleazy side of the music business in this fishy song.
Who the fuck are the Wilson sisters?
You know, Mr. Tom, I really thought,
ding, ding, ding. Barracuda.
That is correct. John, who you playing for? Are you Stoop crew or are you on the Stoop?
What's the difference?
400 points.
All right. Yeah, I am.
So you Stoop or are you Stoop crew or are you on the Stoop?
Yes.
Can I ask what that answer was again?
Barracuda.
It's a good thing John said the answer because we'd have been here a while.
Stoop crew goes, all right, where should we go
so
next?
The answer's a fish. Right, cool.
English pub games for Tom. 200.
English pub games for 200. This game, called Britain's national card game, has 2 scoring opportunities: the play and the show.
Ding, 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 bridge.
No, that's incorrect. Mr. Tom.
I don't actually know, but I'm going to say... fuck it. I don't know. Genuinely don't know. I don't know.
So, Mr. Tom,
please.
Ding, 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 whisk. Villa Martin says whisk.
No, that is also incorrect.
Brag.
No brag, no whisk. We're good. We'll give you a few seconds here. It's actually my favorite card game. I'm actually quite good at it. But
Snap.
I had read online that this game is considered Britain's national card game and is not solitaire, the other weight mark.
I know it's not, but I don't know what it is.
Well, I had read that it was. Come on, where are you?
Blackjack.
I'm not sure what. No.
I don't know if it's poker either.
Why can't I get the answer to come up?
Still gonna say go fish, is it? Or something like that.
No.
Jim or me?
Why won't the answer come up?
Spades.
All right. Well,
I think the game wants to be a secret forever.
I think it does. I think it. Well. I don't know what happened. The answer is cribbage.
Cribbage
was considered, from what I read, was considered.
My great aunt likes to play that with her glass of prune juice.
What fucking pub did they play that in?
I have no idea. It's weird that the first answer came up and this one will not. All right, so
there are pubs in nursing homes?
There are pubs and nursing homes. That's what the National Trust will pay for. Where are we going next, boys? Someone just call out a category. It's all going to pot.
Premier League mascots 600.
Premier League mascots for 600. This is the Fox for Leicester City.
Foxy.
Ready?
No.
Anyone
there? They've locked themselves out quite. There it is. That's Filbert.
Because their old ground was Filbert Street. Very good.
We'll give that to the Stoop crew. We'll disregard the lockout rule. I think it'll work better that way. Ben, where are you going next?
Mascots for 5.
All right, let's see what bollocks I put in here. The Snow Leopard for Leeds United.
Copcat.
That is correct, but we need that ding, 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 my friend.
Sorry.
Did it used to be Ellie the Elephant, didn't it?
That I don't know.
Right. Cool.
All right, where are we going next?
Mascots for 4.
Mascots for 4. The Eagle for Crystal Palace. I don't know any of these. I didn't really realize.
Eddie
that...
the Eagle.
Ding, Eddie. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The answer we're
It's
looking
not Eddie.
for is Pete.
What?
Pete,
that's
the Eagle.
That's such a fucking lame club. They can't even do Eddie the Eagle.
You would think it'd be Eddie the Eagle.
Sorry for any Crystal Palace fans that are listening. All that exist.
That's twice as many as I thought we had. So Ben Erlin, you have the last correct answer. Why don't you go ahead and pick one?
North London Derby, 500.
North London Derby for 500. The first match between these clubs, and we know it's Arsenal and Tottenham, was held November 19th of 1887. This game was suspended after 15 minutes for this reason.
Ding, 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 stadium collapsed.
As James would say, that there was a vortex that opened up beneath the stadium and just sucked everybody in.
Everyone died from tuberculosis.
Even a better, and I'm sorry, but Saul's trumps all of you with indifference, and I really love that. But what we have here, Queen Victoria's death, I don't know if she went that far in life. I know that she was a monarch that was around for everywhere.
It probably was to do with over-attendance, I'm guessing.
But I will say that the obvious answer here may have been, because there was no lights.
Smog.
Darkness. Darkness.
Just like what Arsenal are going through now.
Let's
I'll let you pick, Tom.
That's like Mr. Tom's apartment.
Exactly. Yes.
Darkness.
All right, and not the song by who's no, not the band The Darkness.
I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah, right up there with who?
We should be a shit tribute band.
Party hard. Mr. Tom, pick a category. Let's shake things up.
Okay, let's go with Think You Know the Stoop for 100, just to test this out.
Think You Know the Stoop for 100. Here we go. This is Director John's favorite NHL team.
Ding, 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 New York Rangers.
Oh, there you go, boyo. Good on you. John confirming that I was correct in writing that question.
All right, we'll go with
Ben. What's next?
Stoop for 200.
Stoop for 200. Here we go. In Lolo's song, Tottenham Sucks. Name the first player he mentions.
Ding, 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 Harry Kane.
Oh, no, sir. No.
Ding, 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 Aubameyang.
No, not Aubameyang either. He does rhyme it with the word Froze.
Oh,
ding, 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 Jose.
Jose Marie.
Player.
Lloris?
No.
Is it Jose Marie?
Is that a player? It is
not.
Right. But he did rhyme it with Rose, or Froze, rather.
Rose.
I'm trying to see
Danny
comments
Rose?
here.
Oh, Danny Rose.
No. No.
Dele Alli?
There we go, Ben. You're crushing it. He does. He says, Deli froze out like Froze, or Ali froze out by Rose, or something like that. I don't know.
I can't believe I didn't know that. I've listened to it like 2 times.
Is the first player that he mentions. He does mention it right after Jose, but Jose not being a player. Who would like to choose the next category?
No, carry on, Ben.
All right, then we'll go keeping up with the Joneses for 300.
For 300. Here we go. This Welsh singer released an album in 1994 titled The Lead and How to Swing It.
Tom
Ding,
Jones?
ding, ding. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones it is. Let's remember to get, I'm going to give it to Mr. Tom, but we got to remember.
Ding,
Got to
ding,
remember
ding.
to give that ding, ding, ding.
Oh, we're doing the ding, ding, ding thing, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Mr. Tom, you're you control the board.
I'm going to start.
Cool. Well, the quiz got slightly easier.
We lost.
I guess you pissed him off.
Did I?
I'm kidding.
Did I?
No, not at all. It just got disconnected. He'll be back.
Okay, I'm a little gun shy. There he is.
Did
He's
you get
back
mad?
with us? All right. Who wants to choose?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ben. I forgot. I was so excited at seeing Tom Jones pop into my head.
I think the other white mark would be as well. He says, it wouldn't be fair for me to answer.
I'm going to start calling you Mike Dean.
That's because he's Welsh.
Right, exactly. Where are we going? Someone pick a category. Jesus Christ.
Right, Tom, on you,
sorry,
mate, Tom.
Mo Master is personally thanking him. Mo Master's personally thanking you for returning. I think he's got a favourite due to all the abuse. I mean, yeah, sorry. Can we do?
Yes, we could. Bremer's Ghost, no, we could not show those. YouTube would probably take us down immediately. Sucks how they can do that immediately. I'm not really sure. Mr. Tom, you back with us?
I am back. I don't know what happened there. Can I have 600 think you know the Stoop, please?
600? You think you know the Stoop? All right, let's see what you know about the Stoop. It's a tricky one.
I probably don't,
here.
but let's find out.
The number of people who have physically sat on the Stoop in total. The total number of people who have physically sat on the Stoop.
Ding, ding,
How
ding,
many
9.
attended?
Ben, Ireland.
Is it 9?
Fantastic, because it is 9. Can you name them all?
How did you figure that one out?
I can't. I was thinking of the two guys.
Every show, and I've been on the show every single time.
I was going to try and work backwards from that live stream you did where you had about 36 TVs and none of them worked.
Right. But that wasn't sitting on the Stoop.
Right.
No,
exactly.
I couldn't name everyone.
So let's see. Lolo, Mark.
Yep.
Najee. Anisha.
Yeah. The guy who just drinks beers.
Kantak.
No. He doesn't speak. Tallish guy. I forget. He's been on twice. He usually has like a black and white striped T-shirt on, I think.
Alan.
The German fella.
That's the guy.
Alan.
Yeah.
He'll be Spanish.
That's 7.
Oh, yeah, Spanish Alan.
Chris Brinson.
I don't know what I said that like I'm knowing.
Chris. Oh, I already said Liverpool Chris, right? Or did I?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting confused.
Oh,
but it is 9.
Right.
And I think that's absolutely fantastic that Ben was able to remember that. I worked hard on that question because I had to actually sit down and like look at thumbnails and okay, I think I've got this. But it is 9 unless I'm mistaken.
I think
If
there was
those that
Not
have been
anyone
on
cares.
the show sitting on the stoop is indeed 9.
Not anyone cares. I would have said 11.
Ben, since you were so quick and so on the
Jesus
money with
Christ. I've not had a thrashing like this since I played
I'm
for
going English pub games for 600.
English pub games for 600. This pub game, dating back to the 18th century, was first referred to as Chuck Farthing.
Ding, ding, ding. Midget throwing.
Ding, ding,
No.
ding. Penny,
It was
what's
worth locking myself out.
Oh, it's
Tiddlywinks.
Oh, it's so on the
Tiddlywinks.
edge. No, it's not Tiddlywinks. But it sounded like it was going to be so close on your tongue, Ben.
Heads or tails? Heads or tails?
You got, oh, Saul, you are so close as well. It is not Shove a Penny. I couldn't figure out, I was going to do Shove a Penny, but I couldn't figure out how to word the question.
Chuck Farthing.
And Push Penny is the same as Shove a Penny, Villa Martin. Welcome, Villa Martin. Good to see you here.
It was on the tip of my tongue, was it, when I was saying
I thought
Tiddlywinks?
it looked like you were about ready to say it. I've never heard of a game called Dumps. Scott Newby says Soggy Bistic. Sure. Why not? Why not Soggy Bistic? You know?
I think Max Robot would win.
Yeah. Anders says that if you're in a pub, you drink and you don't play games, but I disagree because I was doing my reading and it seemed like there was a lot of
Is it One Bandit? Penny Arcade?
No, it's not. It's Pitch Penny. Pitch Penny is what it was.
Pitch Penny.
That was the one.
Never heard of it.
For.
Yeah.
I guess they play it. I have no idea. Maybe the internets are lying to me. Someone go ahead and pick a category.
How about you two? You go on, Tom.
I need desperately one of these to flip over and just say something about the 94 World Cup. Can we try Premier League mascots for 300, please?
Premier League mascots for 300. This is the male and female lions for Chelsea.
Sarah and Stephen.
Come on, you guys can actually work through this. This is if you think about it, it becomes pretty obvious.
We've got a Chelsea
Probably
fan on
Charlie.
The Stoop. I've seen him earlier. Come on.
It's probably Charlie.
No.
Bill and
And
Hillary.
it's Scott Newby. It's not Bill and Hillary. I like Mum and Dad, but no.
Leo
Abramovich.
and Cleo.
Come on, boys. Where do they play?
Charlene. Oh, Bridge.
Werner and Havertz.
Stamford.
And
Stamford.
there's two of them.
Stamford and Bridge.
What would the female version be?
Stamford and Bridget.
There you go. Good Lord. All right. Whoever's next, you go ahead and choose it.
Okay. Can we have English pub games 500, please?
English pub games 500. This I had never heard in my life, but in this game you throw rings over a distance toward a spike, known as a mott or a hob.
Oh, is it called that stupid game? Hoopla.
I love it. That stupid fucking game.
I've played it. I've actually played it in a pub.
Yes.
A little fucking ring against it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it.
Chuck a hoop.
Can we feed Mark to the Lions for coming up with that question? Absolutely.
Colts. Colts.
Mark Isaac got it. It's Coits. Colts. Whatever it is.
Coitus.
We're gonna give those points to Stoop No, we're
Crew.
giving them to On the Stoop.
Yeah.
That's who we're giving it to.
Give me
just to make
free
it
shit,
interesting.
please. Bought the cup, damn it.
Scott types fast.
Mike Dean.
Mike Dean. Whoever wants to choose, you go ahead. There's a lot of fun
After
categories.
you, Mr. Ben.
Hang on a minute. I'm just gonna turn my back on you. Right. Keeping up the Joneses.
What is he
I
gonna
never thought I'd get to see Ben twerking on the Stoop.
Right. You never know what you're going to see on the Stoop here.
What the hell was that?
Keeping up with the Joneses for 600.
Keeping up with the Joneses for 600. Jim Jones was the leader of this cult.
Ding, 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 Scientology.
No.
No, that's L. Ron Hubbard.
We remember Jim Jones. We don't want to drink his Kool-Aid. Back in the 70s.
Is it the no? It's not. Yeah, I know that. I don't know what the cult was called. I know who he is.
Yeah.
Jamesville.
No, well that was where that was the enclave that he created. Jonestown was also
Saul saying Moonies.
No, not the Moonies.
Manchester United.
Mark Isaac, the other white Mark, he is crushing
People's
it.
Temple, yeah.
Yeah, he's crushing
That's
it.
very good.
Stoop
That's
crew.
very good.
Yeah, he's Stoop Crew, by the way.
I don't know. He's going back and forth. All right, who wants to choose?
Think you know the Stoop for 500.
You think you know
500.
the Stoop for 500?
Oh, Jesus
right,
Christ.
Here we go. Kantak, donning his finest blue and yellow, was referred to as this British comic superhero.
Ding, ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding,
banana,
ding,
man.
banana
And I
man.
know that because I said it. I know that because I fucking said it.
It is indeed Banana Man.
I made him Google
And
it.
I answered first. Eric. Eric from 29 Acacia Road.
I'm just gonna divide the points. There he is. There's Banana Man.
Yes. I'm just secretly proud that Signcast said made it to a question.
All right, how does that not know what happened there? Didn't take it off the board. Just give me 1 second, boys. All right.
Oh, hang on. Mo Master's making threats.
All right, there we go. We're all set. Who wants to choose?
Derby for 100.
All right. The winner and score of the first meeting between Arsenal and Tottenham. The winner and the score between the two
1-0
clubs.
to the Arsenal.
Very,
Ding, ding,
very
ding,
good,
Arsenal.
my friend.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ding, ding, ding with.
You guys keep switching back and forth, so I think this goes to the Stoop crew. Ben, rock that out.
I knew it wasn't going to be Tottenham.
I'll go the other end of the scale. North London 6.
All right, this is a tough one. I don't know if anybody's gonna. Maybe maybe Mark Isaac will get it, but the only two players to score for both teams in the North London derby.
Ding, ding, ding. Sol Campbell.
Ding, ding.
No,
it's Adebayor and Ben. Oh, Ben. His name's Ben something. He used to play for Arsenal, and then he went to Tottenham, and he scored in the 4-4 draw from the halfway line. God damn it! He retired at like 28 or something. It's not Ben Thornley. It's Jesus Christ! I'm gonna punch myself when this comes up. Mar knows it as well.
Any I can't see the comments, but Mr. Director, any shout out from Mark Isaacs? Has he chimed in? He's probably
Ben. He's saying Darren Bent. He's saying Darren Bent. Is it Darren Bent? No, the other Bent. What was the other Bent called?
You're Mo Master. You're halfway there.
That's Adebayor, and
Yeah.
it's the lad. Damn it! The name's not coming
Mark,
to
you're
me.
also
I can
half
see
right.
the goal.
You're also half right.
I can see the goal in my head.
I'm just going to throw this up there. It was Jimmy Robertson as well.
I didn't have it right then. Oh well.
Oh well, punch yourself anyway.
All right, boys. We got 20 minutes left in happy hour. We got a number of questions to go through. So, where are we going next, boys?
Over to you, Tom.
Tuna fish for 100, please.
Tuna fish for 100. This popular song by the B-52s says, "There goes a dogfish chased by a catfish."
Ding, 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 ding. Rock lobster.
Rock lobster.
It is rock lobster. We'll just divide the points there. Give a few points over here as well. All right. Fish for 600, I saw. This is actually one of my favorite songs as a kid, and it's pretty obscure. I don't know if you guys will get it, but in this question we have in the novelty song by Barnes and Barnes, "Fish Heads," which is the name of the song. In the lyrics, it says, "We'll never be seen doing this in Italian restaurants."
Who the fuck are Barnes and Barnes?
Swimming. Ding, 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 swimming.
No. This is pretty obscure. It was an old novelty song in like the early 80s, late 70s. And Barnes and Barnes, and this might be just too obscure for you as well, but Barnes and Barnes featured an actor by the name of Billy Mumy, who was Will on the Lost in Space TV show. He was also the one that would send you out into the cornfield in Twilight Zone, but that's getting way out there. This maybe was just too obscure for you all, but Fish Heads will never be seen drinking cappuccino in Italian restaurants with Oriental women. Yes, that was it. And if you don't, maybe you should just red card. Thank you, John. Maybe just Google Fish Heads song, and it's actually quite hysterical. If you imagine yourself, if you imagine yourself as like a 12,
racist, all the best parts of the song.
If you imagine yourself as a 12-year-old boy, that was something I got on with. So anyway, who wants to pick a category?
Mo Master wants Keeping Up with the Joneses for 100.
All right. He's the voice of Darth Vader.
Ding, ding, ding,
ding,
James
ding, the
Jones.
British Green Cross Code, man, when I was at school.
All right. Where are we going next?
Let's go Joneses again for 500, please.
Which one?
Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Keeping Up with the Joneses
please.
for 500. She played Betty Draper on Mad Men.
Ding, 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 January Jones.
Good Lord, man. Listen to that.
She's a good citizen.
Is she?
Yeah, certainly.
All right,
solid citizen right there. Can we stay with the Joneses for 400, please?
Joneses for 400. We've got Filled with Double Entendres. Pull Up to the Bumper was a 1981 disco hit for this Jamaican-born singer.
Ding, 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 Jimmy Jones.
Not Jimmy Jones, no.
Is it Eddie Jones?
Not Eddie Jones.
I don't know.
No? Anyone in the
Grace
comments?
Jones.
Grace Jones it is. Saul got it.
Oh, the one from Bond. Oh, right, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Villa Martin as well. He knows it's Grace Jones.
Disappointed
Finish
myself
it
there.
Ben, you choose next.
Finish it off, the Joneses.
For 200. So not to be confused with the singer of the Monkees, this David Jones changed his name to this.
Tom Jones. No, we've had him, haven't we?
Ding, ding, ding. Is it David Bowie?
It is David Bowie.
Come on, you English bastards. How can you not know that?
Who's David Bowie?
Exactly. Mr. Tom, your choice.
Can we have Premier League mascots for 200, please?
All right. This is the Seagull for Brighton.
Ding, 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 Sid.
No.
Regal the Seagull.
No, Steven Seagull.
That would be awesome if it was. I would absolutely
come
love
on.
that.
Sky Rat.
No. No, not at all.
Chip Nickler.
Well, it's chip nicker. What the hell is a chip nicker?
It's a bird that nicks your chips.
Oh.
Sorry, you would call them fries.
I know what a chip is, and I know what a crisp is for that matter. But I thought when he spelt it, I thought oh no, that's a different knicker. Okay, cool. It's actually Gully the seagull.
Gully.
Why are they so lame?
That's original, isn't it?
I know.
Fucking shit.
Finish
it off.
Who's next?
Finish it off.
Let's finish it off. This is the Lion for Aston Villa.
You mean to tell me you did 6 questions on mascots? You didn't put Gunnosaurus in there?
No, that was too easy.
Gabby the Lion.
And he's Gunnosaurus is on the dole now that Ozil's not paying his wages.
Ding 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 Jimmy.
No. All right, this was a
junior.
I thought this was going to be an easier category. The lion is named Hercules.
My little Hercules.
Mr. Tom, you're next.
Okay. We'll go with think you know this.
Think you know Gunnosaurus for 300. No.
Yeah. Ronald McDonald for 300, please.
Think you know the Stoop for 300. Who was the first to call Mark Spawny?
Director John. Ding ding ding.
Ding ding ding. James. James.
That is correct. It was James.
Lolo.
I thought it was going to be a trick question, like the obvious answer.
No trick questions. All right. Ben, where are we going next?
I think you know the Stoop 400.
Think you know the Stoop for 400. Given how often he is correct, Najee has earned this nickname.
Ding, 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 Mr. 55%.
Mr. 55%.
Mr. 55% it is. I am arbitrarily awarding points here, but that category is finished. It was a lot of fun to write, I have to admit. Ben, where are we going next?
Pub games 400.
Pub games for 400. This form of table skittles involves a small ball attached to a vertical post arising from the corner of the box.
I literally saw this
I don't know the
yesterday,
name.
but I don't know what it's called. You literally just swing it forward and then back on itself. And
Yeah.
it is like
Yeah.
bowling, but on a table and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cats.
But I don't know what it's called.
All right, we're just gonna
No,
go with
Master
the
says
answer.
Cats.
We're just gonna throw this out there. Devil amongst the tailors.
Ooh.
Amongst the
I
tailors.
don't know, but that's what it was called. I thought these were maybe a little more prevalent than what they are.
No. We know the games, we just don't know the names.
I'm sorry I wasn't around in the 18th century, Mark.
All right, Mr. Tom, why don't you take a smash at it?
Let's go with tuna fish for 500, please.
Tune a fish for 500. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea says a #1 hit by this group with a different animal in its name.
Ding, the Beatles.
Three Dog Night.
Yeah, John knows these.
What? Who are they?
Who the
Three
fuck are
Dog
Three Dog
Night?
Night? I thought I was saying that a lot tonight.
This song, I believe, was called "Joy to the World." Joy.
I've put 3 dogs in a night.
That's what when I leave the house and go to the pub and my wife wants to know where I'm going, I'm walking the
I
dog.
was going to say, that band must have been to Essex.
Who has next choice?
North London.
North London Derby.
400.
400. There we go. This former Leeds United manager has the most appearances in the North London Derby.
Ding, David O'Leary.
David O'Leary.
Oh, you guys are just too good. I knew you. That's the one that just wake you up and make you pay attention. Where are we going next?
Go on, Tom.
Do the same for 300, please.
300. Here we go. This is the Derby's leading goal scorer all time.
Ding, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane it is. Yes. You think he's going to score? You think Harry Kane scores on what is it, Sunday? He's due.
I don't know.
I don't want him to. No. It's one of those things where if he does, you get a banter Arsenal, but if he doesn't, you get a banter Tottenham. So really, you just sit there and enjoy whatever happens.
Yeah, I think the Premier League drought continues. I don't think Harry Kane scores. I just don't think he wants to be there, and he's just going to prove himself to be dead weight. He's like, you can make me play, but you can't make me be good. That's what I think.
I'm still fielding Ben White in my fantasy this week, so hopefully he will shut him out.
Right.
Yeah. I've done the same, Tom, with it. See if we can
Saul,
another
thank
good
you
week.
very much for your very handsome contribution. We here at the Stoop appreciate it. It definitely keeps us going and gives us hope to do another week. Where are we next?
And it's giving Lolo gas money to get home.
Finish the derby off.
Yo, how come you guys not putting me in the stream?
I am not the director.
It was just a blank screen.
I know, because I'm driving. It's pitch black. You made me. I'm driving like 90 miles an hour. You made me have to look for the tiny button that allows me to add myself. Almost killed this poor lady riding with me.
Fucking hell.
Well,
it looks like Jihadi John driving.
He looks like, is he driving in Mr. Tom's dungeon?
I thought the very same thing.
Let me just check that he's not behind me. Oh, wait, no, he's not.
I know, yeah. And you notice that's not a steering wheel, that's a whip. He's coming for you, Mr. Tom.
What kind of cars do you guys drive at night that are like fully lit? That's why I came on with my camera off. You kicked me out of the stream. Sorry, Mark. Sorry to interrupt. I was I know all these answers for once.
He wants to bust in like he's the Kool-Aid guy.
I was like, Dele Alli. Iced out Dele like he was froze.
Exactly. Of course you're going to know that one. But was that a clever question or not?
It was quite clever. It was quite clever. I didn't even know.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so to finish up the North London Derby trivia question category, we want to know what the distance is between the two clubs' stadiums.
Is it in miles?
Not far enough.
We can do
In
miles or
miles.
kilometers. I have them both.
All right,
Not far
I'm going
enough.
to say miles.
4.4
about-
miles.
Yeah, I was about, yeah.
What are we saying?
It's about, I'm going to
4.4
say
miles.
3.8.
Close enough for me. It's 4 miles or 6.4 kilometers.
4 miles? That's like going to JFK. That's not close.
As soon as
Are you
DWTT
kidding me?
came
That's
up, I was like, you know
walking
what?
distance.
That's the answer.
That's walking distance, my friend.
4 miles. When do you walk 4 miles?
Quite a bit.
No, you actually do walk a lot. When do most people walk 4 miles?
It's the
I
only
walked a
exercise I
few
get.
miles yesterday because I had a triple burger at Wendy's.
Right. Well, Lolo,
Oh,
here's
starving.
to you. Thanks for joining us at the
Yo,
last 10 minutes or
Cheers,
so.
Lolo.
Here's to you guys. Thank you guys for covering for me. I was out with like a 20-pound camera rig on my shoulder and a 10-pound tripod and a bag full of lenses running around all fucking day.
We actually had better time thinking that you were either on a religious retreat or doing like a little bit of a work release program.
Dude, I'll tell you what, this is one of these like company retreats where all of a sudden me and the photographer looked at each other and we go, it's getting a little culty. Like they got swag bags that were like all cream colored, like sweatpants and t-shirts, and they all put them on and we're like, oh shit, when's the Kool-Aid coming? Let's go. They're like, can y'all stay a little late? We were like, nah, the bridge is
closed. Nikes
closed.
off before you climb into bed. All right, well,
They gave them socks and everything. Sorry. All right.
We just got a few minutes left. I'm not sure.
I just got here.
Do we want to try and burn through these categories or
go for it?
All right, so let's just do tuna fish for 200. Whoa. And the answer is, or the question, a video for this tune about a predatory fish and family has racked up more than 8 million views on YouTube.
Baby
ding,
shark.
Ding, ding, baby shark.
Oh, ding, ding,
baby
ding.
Shark. Baby shark it is.
Good one. What's that? From Anders just gave 50 secs. What?
I currently can't. Hey, wow. Anders, thank you. More questions in Swedish, thanks. I tried actually
That's a lot of money in Swedish.
do that. I definitely tried to do that, but the translator got weird because when I would translate it into one thing, it would say, what it was. But then when I translated it back, it became not anything that I thought was even possible for an answer.
That's cool.
I know I like to drink, but I don't drink myself to the point where I can no longer understand my own language.
So, Mark, I that just made me think of a new category for next week, though. Ask a very simple question, translate it to Swedish, then translate it back, and then ask that question. And Anders will get it right every time.
Well, he'll just answer like 1938 or whatever it is.
And then the translation is always 1921.
Exactly. All right, let's finish tuna fish up here. We'll finish that category.
And you didn't do a Swedish fish? For Anders?
Didn't do a Swedish. That would have been brilliant.
But you should do a category about 1921.
I think we did do a category about 1921.
Yeah. So it happened
it
one
was
week.
Early on, and it was early on in the happy hour era.
There's Lolo's
happy hour era.
He's trying not to film himself taking a dump. You shouldn't do it in the waterways. You really shouldn't.
What are you? I am physically driving on the something on the 87 right now. Like I'm not taking a shit in a river. I don't know where you got that from.
The picture that we see here.
Well, when you watch the footage
looks like you're
back,
having a
you'll
spot.
see.
Okay.
We'll finish Tuna Fish, the category here. This Oscar-winning tune for Little Mermaid mentions a trout rocking out.
Oh, I know it.
Under the sea.
Les poissons, les poissons. Ha, ha, ha. Is that it? No.
Under the sea.
It is Under the Sea. Good job. Stupid.
Yeah, Les Poissons didn't win an Oscar.
All right, so we're just left with English pub games, which apparently no one plays and no one has ever heard of. So let's just we'll start with
since 1842.
Since the 1800s. This game involves throwing small missiles at a circular target.
Darts.
Ding 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 darts.
Yes, it is indeed darts.
Did you guys ever have lawn darts?
Yeah, I played lawn darts.
Yeah,
Lawn
what a
darts were
stupid
banned
game to
when
give to kids.
When like some kid threw one and it got stuck in the back of their head and they died.
Well, it's like, here's some javelins. Go throw these at each other in the yard.
Well,
make sure they're sharp.
Weighted javelins at that.
Weighted javelin. Make sure they're sharp. Crazy game.
All right, let's go to 200.
We already did the 200.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah.
we did. All right, thank you, John. All right, 300. This is the last one. The object of this game is to break the pipe off a figurine head of this woman.
Break a pipe off of the what?
Figurine's head, or a statue's head. It's a garden, a pub garden game, I guess.
What happened to Mr. Tom?
Pitch Penny.
I don't know. Nope, Pitch Penny was a different game. We already had that. Having never been to Britain, I don't know what games you play in pubs other than
we don't play these.
Well, let's just get this out of the way because it's a bit.
Wait. We can guess. It's the last one, right?
Yeah, it's the last one. I don't think you're gonna guess. Based on no one's response to it. So
okay, break the pipe off of a figurine's head. So is it Pipehead Nancy?
It's a woman's head.
Pipehead Nancy. Swipe the pipe. Pippy the Peppy Pipe Pimp.
Where is this pub? All that goes on is heavy boozing and fingering behind the bins.
I'm surprised that was Scott. I thought that sounded like Saul.
Scott's been on form
like
tonight.
But I'm just gonna go ahead and Crackhead Caroline. Mark.
Yeah, I was close.
You're getting there.
Pipehead Nancy, and I'm sorry, Crackhead. Oh, that wasn't the actual
Caroline. Answer. You're getting there. You're definitely getting there.
Is this just when you get home from the pub?
Yeah. Anyway, it was a pub game or a garden pub game that was featured in a song by XTC. If we remember that kind of punk pop band from like the 80s and 90s with Andy
Sounds
Partridge.
like a pub in Newcastle or something.
Anyway, I'm just gonna give the grand reveal. The game is called Aunt Sally or Aunt Sally.
I was thinking some sort of auntie name. Aunt Sally.
Yeah.
Why does Aunt Sally have a pipe in her head?
That's a good question, but I guess there was back in the day when women smoked pipes. And
I see. I'm thinking like a metal pipe. Like she has a metal pipe on her head. a pipe. That makes more sense.
So it's like Marco Polo, but with a pipe.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Lolo, I'm going to let you discuss. I'll let you discuss the day while I head to the loo, as these beers are going down a little too easy. So I'll be right back, and we'll figure out where we go from here.
I'll be back 2
Okay.
minutes as well.
All right, it's me and you, Mr. Tom. And now it's Mr. Tom by himself.
How exciting.
What's going on, man? So what is your prediction for the Leeds United West Ham match?
I think we'd do well to get a draw, given...
Oh, yeah.
I thought the first rule for guests to come on, their camera had to be good. Lolo.
That's why I came on without my camera on. I got immediately kicked out.
Well, no. It was just totally black, so I didn't know if you were live or not. I had no idea. Oh.
There's no proof. How come not Mo Master?
Yeah, the new rule is if you're a guest and come on, there's a chance you will be the only one on screen for a moment.
Yeah, that Mo Master came on earlier, and his screen was totally dark. So I was like, I don't know if it's frozen or what.
Excuse me. I was like,
comment section.
Stuff like
any questions for Mr. Tom, and none about serial killing?
None. Weirdos.
None.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, listen, I'm super excited to have a crew that loves what we do so much that we can be like, yo, I can't make the show, and you guys step in and fill in, and you guys do it and have a blast.
Hi, boys.
And I'm so that just I had such confidence that the show would be great and fine, even though I'm not going to be there. And for a controlling bastard like myself, that's awesome.
Scott Newby's buying us light bulbs.
I love you guys.
Thank you, Scott Newby. We definitely appreciate.
Oh my God! Thank you, Scott. Thank you for that super chat.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely more than generous for you. What a shambles! Buy some lights. He's in a car. You know, you get a ticket if you're driving down the road with your light on.
Personally, I just spend the money on Pepsi and not buy a light bulb.
Well, I tell you, I think it's going to be maybe more going toward our show that we hope to have at the Stoop at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm personally looking forward to Halloween weekend because I already know what my costume's going to be for the trivia. I mean, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Is Halloween on a Friday?
No. I believe Halloween is Sunday.
We could do a Halloween special, though. Oh,
that would be genius. That would be absolutely genius.
Well,
it's a Sunday. Where'd Lolo go?
He's audio only.
I think we have him by audio.
Yeah.
Also, probably important for you guys to know, the Sunday, the Halloween, is also the Sunday that our clocks go back in England.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. So does that make you guys 6 hours away or 4 hours?
No, 4.
Ah, cool.
They got...
Oh, man. Does that mean 6 a.m.?
We can do an extra hour of happy hour.
The American one doesn't change at the same time as ours, does it?
No, it's always the first Sunday in November. So it's November 7th is ours.
Well, October 26th, Leeds United and Arsenal play. So that's going to make for an interesting weekend.
Nice.
Just going to have to get some headphones.
Yo, Mark Isaacs.
Yeah, I know. We haven't seen him on the show in a while. Thank you, Mark. That's absolutely awesome of you.
He's trying to buy his way back on the show. Thanks for that $20, Mark. That's awesome, man. You don't have to pay to be on the show.
I think we got to give him like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in German cassette tape.
Yeah, but
Dude,
you do
that's
have to
sold.
pay if you
that.
disappeared for 6 months.
you got a point. The Ninja Turtle in German cassette tape sold. I sold it on eBay.
Outstanding.
I thought I sold it to a Stoop crew member, but no, it was some angry German dude because I completely forgot to send it.
What are you doing with my fucking tape?
I completely forgot to send it because he bought it for like $2, and I was like, I'm not. And then he was all mad, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but if you forgot to send a tape to 100 people, you've made $200.
Yeah.
I eventually sent it to him. It was like $7 shipping. It's so stupid.
I hate shipping. I may have given that impression when I was discussing the cost of the cup, which you can get on the stoop.com. And basically, my pet hate is shipping. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it.
Yeah.
I hate having to pay to transport something to
Yeah,
myself.
that's better.
Yeah.
So now you waited till
is,
the
it
end of
is.
the show to get the good audio.
Oh, thank you. Do you know, I'm going to send these back. I've got like 2 sets of them. They're not worth the salt at all. Then
The set I got was about a tenner.
I paid 90 quid for them things.
90? Wow.
Yeah, I paid a tenner for these.
There you go.
90 quid.
To be fair, I'm surprised that them broke.
So I'm going to invest in some camera gear anyway. So
I only use them for this.
how far have you got left to drive, Lolo?
About an hour and a half.
Oh, you are upstate then, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was actually in Jersey. See what I mean? We say, like, I've been saying I'm going to be upstate all week. I think we immediately went to Jersey. I don't know where
you have to leave upstate and you go into Jersey, and then you come across the from the Palisades to the George Washington Bridge, and then you're on the West Side Highway.
Right.
But yeah, it's always confused me that you go into Jersey and then back into to go upstate.
Hey, Mo Masters really wants to talk about La Liga.
Oh, I'll talk about La Liga. It's not very good, is it?
Ooh.
Oh my God, what is going on with Barcelona right now?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
That's a good question with no fucking answer.
Well,
I have no idea.
I think it's a breath of fresh air that the big two have they've had to have fire sales, and I mean, Madrid seem to be wanting to spend a lot more money, but they ain't got any. I think I'd like to see Levante or somebody win it.
Yeah, Celta Vigo.
Yeah,
no, it would still be. If it ain't one of them two, it'd be Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
but they're not really the underdog, are they?
No, not anymore. But listen, if you're Karim Benzema, are you not just absolutely pissed off at Real Madrid?
He has scored the same amount of goals as Barcelona.
He has 15 goal contributions in the first 5 matches or something like that. The most of anybody. More than Ronaldo ever did, more than Messi ever did. I think he has 12 goals and 3 assists. It's unbelievable. Old man Benzema even got his ass back into the French national team. He's killing it. And still everyone's like, oh, Real Madrid has nobody. Real Madrid has nobody.
They're never going to have nobody.
I almost went to Albany.
They're Real Madrid.
Exactly. They're talking about nobody. Get out of here.
Same as Barcelona, deep down, are eventually going to be good again.
Yeah.
It's just shocking how quickly. It's just shocking how quickly they went to pot when they lost one player.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they had been falling apart for so long that Messi was they were getting by with Messi doing something brilliant, or teams having to concern themselves with Messi, and that giving them enough space to possibly win.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I've read, so I don't know how true this is, it could be true. Because they got a new president or whatever, and he doesn't like Ronald Koeman, doesn't surprise me. But anyway, basically, they're going to sack Ronald Koeman and they're going to replace him with Roberto Martinez, which tells me if you basically fail at the Everton job, you get to manage Barcelona. Amazing.
I read an article that they're after
Rafa,
Bielsa, not that they'll get him.
Wait, with who?
Yeah, they're
with
after
Rafa
Bielsa.
Benitez.
Well, Ronald Koeman used to manage Everton.
He's on about the Belgian manager, Martinez.
Yeah,
Roberto Martinez.
And then Martinez used to manage Everton, and now Barcelona want him, apparently. So that tells me, if you manage Everton, spend loads of money and finish nowhere, you earn the Barcelona job, where now you also get to spend lots of money and probably not really get anywhere because they've not got any money. It's funny how football works out sometimes.
I'll manage him for a tenner a week.
I think Lolo is.
If I managed them, I'd go straight into their youth academy, and I'd be like, "You, come with me." Not for induction reasons. Maybe a couple for induction reasons.
I hate this. It would be Mr. Tom saying, you, back to the dungeon.
Back to the dungeon. Which is look like where you have Lolo there. And like I said, it's showing the hand and a whip, right there.
My legal team have instructed me not to confirm or deny anything.
That's probably for the best. That's my MO when I don't know how to answer. It's a shut the fuck up Friday with your shut the fuck up advice. Anybody talking to you? Shut the fuck up.
Thanks for your confidence, Villa Martin.
All right. So
it's
I
true.
don't know.
Jimmy's right. I'll turn the new camp into the world's biggest dungeon.
That's quite frightening.
It looks amazing from above, but you won't want to see what I built under it.
Yeah, he's got the iron floor doors,
trap doors in the pitch,
and he's got the chains,
straight to the dungeon.
Come down. I don't know where Lolo went. I don't know if we're gonna keep this cast going or we're just gonna call it a night somewhere in the deep and dark and highway or Interstate 87, coming from the Northland. There he is. He's back.
just appeared out of the darkness.
Yes, Lolo via the darkness.
No, it's weird when I need my GPS to be full screen, and it just kicks me off.
Well, you need to put a couple of quarters in the slot.
Hey, speaking of which, your karma, it kicked on, and I connected to it, but it said no internet. There is no internet connection.
Interesting. We'll charge it when we'll put some money on it.
It's plugged in.
We'll put some money on it.
That's what I was thinking.
We'll put some money on it when you get back.
Lolo's secretly going to enjoy being sat in the dark. He won't admit it, but there's something to it.
Yeah, it is kind of enjoyable.
There you go.
And I gotta say, as tired and as worn out as I am and tired, this is definitely keeping me awake.
So, bless you.
If there was ever a stream where it was during the daytime in England, I'd get black sheets or something because it wouldn't feel right.
You would have to. We would actually question whether or not it was you. You know,
Wait,
there's
what is
just no
this
possible
comment?
way.
Do you know what I think it is? I don't think he's got enough in his dungeon on the wheel, generating enough electricity.
Ah, there you
It's
go.
true.
Now,
True.
being on the wheel for me
Because
is like
I only,
that's a completely
I only
different
have
thing.
enough electricity to get the internet going, but the
Yeah.
lights, that's too much
Right.
work, mate. I'm
You know,
getting old.
He's
I ain't
kind
got
of thrashing
the
them and
energy
saying
for
to
both.
pedal harder, pedal harder.
The whip don't
Exactly,
reach far
exactly.
enough.
That's true. It's true. Well, Mo Master's talking, so if he's talking, I can't have the lights and the internet.
Gotcha.
Mo
Gotcha.
Master isn't talking, he's typing, and he's like sending Morse code comments. Talk about La Liga. Has he been on this whole stream, by the way? What does Mo Master feel about all this talk of living in Mr. Tom's dungeon?
He does, just like when he was in the dungeon, he doesn't have a choice.
You guys are nuts.
Absolutely.
Takes one
It's
to
funny
know one.
Villa Martin mentioned that because I got asked last year, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, an evil cape.
An evil kid.
What did the
Now,
Martin say?
apparently, there's not an evil cave shop. I didn't know that. All right.
There's got to be an evil
There's gotta be one.
somewhere.
Have you checked the West Village?
Well, no, because what I actually wanted was a cape where if someone like even mildly offended me, I could like go, "Good day to you, sir," and walk off.
No offense, Mr. Tom, but in my head, that's how you walk around London. Like, and you've got your little top hat.
But does
And
he
a cape.
bring
Leeds
it
kid.
across the bridge of his nose and
Definitely.
kind of lurks? Maybe
they're
he's got
like-
a limp.
They're like, sorry, Mr. Tom, in order to ride the tube, you have to wear a mask. And he goes, I have my cape. Good day.
Can I answer a question from Mr. Kevin Echoes? Mr.
Can you
Tom
read
via
it
East
first?
London. Yeah, Mr. Tom via East London. May I ask where in East London? I am from Canning Town in East London.
You're from Canning Town.
In East London, which is near Stratford, which is where West Ham play.
Ah,
I do apologize.
learned so
Basically, the
much today.
town across.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I've just got a bit of stirring
sure.
going on upstairs.
Oh, he's making a soup?
I'm not
Probably
really
calling
sure
the police.
what anyone does here. Saul, no, I am not wearing a Man U shirt. I'm wearing the shirt that is supporting the boys for England who got so much flack. These are charitable shirts, and I believe the proceeds are going to Rashford's
Rashford's rations.
There you go. Rashford's rations.
Why didn't he
I
call it
love
that?
these
That would be
comment
brilliant.
sections.
You know, I think that's fantastic. I think it's fantastic, and so yeah, it's my first time wearing it, and I'm quite happy with the fit because I'm an extra large lad. So I have very few clothes that fit me. The pandemic has I've put on my COVID-19 and then some.
Hey, can we go back to? There's really a place called Canning Town.
Can I just
Yes.
interrupt a minute, Lolo? I'm going to have to shoot, mate, because Little Un's stirring upstairs. He's not been very well
Don't
today.
shoot him.
No worries, man.
No. Right.
No.
I'll carry on watching when I come back down, but it's been a pleasure.
Fantastic, man.
All right,
Thanks so
guys.
much,
Thank
Ben.
you very
No
much.
Have a good
problem.
night,
Ben, I
Ben.
really appreciate it.
All
Your
right, guys.
support
Love
on the
yous.
show today. We did well.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah, it's been a
Cheers.
great show. Thank you. Right, I'll speak to you soon, guys. Good night.
All right. But listen, if you're from a place called Canning Town, doesn't that just take all of the? It doesn't. Like, it's just saying this is all this town will ever be, is a canning town.
Well, I can tell you something about Canning Town that you might find interesting. It's one of the only towns in England that doesn't have a bank.
Yeah, because it only has cans and people who can things.
Yes,
Like,
that's very true. And
Fair
I know
enough.
all of them
is
places that Kevin mentioned. So yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a cannery?
Oh, yep.
Is there
There is
like
a
a big
place
cannery
called
there?
Barking. Yeah. Yeah, 2 stops away on the metro, as you call it. It's a place called Canary Wharf.
It's a place called outside of Canning Town.
No,
Not
there's
sure.
Canning
Just
Town.
outside.
There's jar making town. There's the
Not to mention Tin Town.
yeah.
Oh,
then
I
there's
was about to say, we don't call them,
Haberdasheryville.
Bottling
we don't
way.
really call them cans.
No, you call them tins.
Bottlingville.
Bottling way.
15.
All right, this is taking a crazy turn. But should we stay on for Lolo? For his sake?
I'm kind of wondering. I'm we're almost at 2.5 hours. we've pretty much topicked out. We've run through trivia and certainly welcome Lolo back to the show from parts unknown in upstate New York. Fearless leader. What shall we? Do you want to call it? Do you want us to come along with your crazy little ride, or?
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, cool. Because I'm on the full screen. Sorry, I'm having to make an exit right here.
You've
just
got to
making sure
make
I'm doing
that
the right
happen.
one.
Sorry to be with this comment. You've got to make that happen.
Yeah, why
Mo
not?
Master wants his own show on the channel about La Liga.
All right. Well,
I can't think of a reason why that shouldn't happen.
Well, let's get them signed up for the for Stoop Legend, and maybe we can do something about that. I have no idea.
I'm picturing it in my head. It's amazing. Live from the dungeon.
I think we've lost Lolo. He's taken his exit. Coming out the Motor Speedway in Jersey? He's probably heading onto the what do they call that, John? When you're on the motorway, but it's turnpike.
Good night, Villa Martin.
Yeah, thank you, Villa, for joining us. We really appreciate it. I think he's probably on the Jersey Turnpike right now. I think 2.5 hours is a nice happy hour. No disrespect to Lolo, who's going to soon to be by himself on the motorway, but I just want to thank everyone for joining me, Mr. Tom, Ben, of course, Mr. Director, and a little bit of Lolo wherever he is. It's been a lot of fun. And hey, Ben Ireland with the super sticker. He's paying him. This will be the wage that goes back to
Thank you, Mr. DWTT.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you guys get a chance and you haven't done so already, smash a like and definitely subscribe and share if you have.
Mark, thank you so much. You guys have kicked. Yeah, you guys have kicked ass, and I really, really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys you guys helped me for about an hour driving, and now we're kind of back into civilization. I feel confident about getting us the rest of the way.
Fantastic.
But, thank you, everybody, for all the super chats. There are more than usual this week, so Mark, maybe I should stop coming to the show.
I'm just...
They were paying you to stay away, Lolo.
No, we are definitely not paying to stay him away.
So.
Definitely not paying him to stay away. But who knows? We've got a weekend slate filled with matches. Not to mention the North London Derby, and perhaps if all things are going our way, perhaps we'll do a live show after the North London Derby. It seemed like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
maybe the
That
plan.
should be.
Oh,
I
so
just have
just
to
something
clear it
in
with
case
the
people
family.
didn't realise. Man United versus Aston Villa actually got moved forward. So in England, it's kicking off at 12:30 at the same
isn't
time
it?
as Chelsea and Man City.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Really?
going to be a tough one.
In case people didn't know that, that's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I know which one I'm going to watch, but I will have a side eye, as some people have accused me of having. I have that side eye on a different show, a different.
Better than
We get no
side boob.
choice.
Exactly.
In England, we get no choice at all.
So I guess that's it. We're gonna
All right, guys.
Gonna head off. Like you see down in the banner below. Like, subscribe, join the Stoop. If you got something to say that hasn't been covered, definitely go to our website on the Stoop at Lolo.com. You can find several discussion sites, and you can go in and either read our comments. You can get NFL picks from Mr. Tom. Or you can just add your own if we didn't hit upon your favorite subject. All right. So with that said, thank you all very much. I appreciate it, Mr. Director. Play us out. Peace.
Good night, everybody.